When did you last doubt yourself or someone whom you had to trust with the safety of your life? It may be a relationship, a surgical procedure, or going on a flight. We seem to be able to move from having great certainty one moment to having the utmost doubt within seconds. Something or some person may put us off our stride or cause us to react in an unexpected way. We may feel challenged or confronted. A single inappropriate word or action can change everything. In our gospel reading, the disciples seem to have forgotten what has gone before. They have seen the power of Jesus, his teaching, his healing, and even being raised from the dead. They have heard from Mary Magdalene about the resurrection, yet somehow they are still sitting huddled behind locked doors, frightened and rather pitiful. Into the locked room comes Jesus, whom the disciples had last seen dying on the cross. He seems to be the same man. He makes a point of showing them his wounds. He also breathes on them, just in case they think he is some kind of ghost. If the disciples had been able to imagine a conversation, or indeed ourselves, with Jesus after his crucifixion, how would it have gone? Where were you when I needed you most? Jesus might have asked. Didn't you understand anything that I said? But there is no mention of the past. Jesus graciously says to them, "Peace be with you." But thank goodness for Thomas, the disciple who had the courage to say what everyone else was thinking but didn't dare say. We can identify with his honesty, his realism, and his integrity. He is human, just like us. He chose not to believe the combined witness of friends. He was unconvinced both by their words and their sudden transformation from defeat to real joy. Jesus said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands. Reach out your hand and put it in my side. Do not doubt, but believe." Thomas answered Jesus by saying, "My Lord and my God." But what about Peter in our reading from Acts this morning? He too has had his life transformed. From denying Jesus 3 times and distancing himself from Jesus at the crucifixion, he is now a totally different person. He is unafraid of arrest and imprisonment. He is bold. And what about us? What do we think about this? Jesus said to Thomas, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe." I want to finish with Malcolm Guite's sonnet entitled St. Thomas the Apostle. He comments that maybe Thomas should have been known as honest Thomas, courageous Thomas, or even tenacious Thomas. The sonnet reads, "We do not know. How can we know the way? Courageous master of the awkward question, you spoke the words the others dared not say, and cut through their evasion and abstraction. O doubting Thomas, father of my faith, put your finger on the nub of things. We cannot love some disembodied spectre, but flesh and blood must be King of Kings. Your teaching is to touch, embrace, anoint. Feel after him and find him in the flesh, because he loved your awkward counterpoint. The Word has heard and granted you your wish. Oh, place my hands with yours. Help me divine the wounded God whose wounds are healing mine.